All right, so we are going to talk about measurement with scientific tools. So, when you are measuring with a scientific tool, the most important thing that you need to figure out is how often the tool is marked. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a graduated cylinder. Okay, now just a quick note, remember graduated cylinders have the meniscus. So the meniscus is the curve that the liquid takes, and we are going to be measuring from the bottom of the meniscus. So this line down here, we're not measuring from the top up here. So we are going to figure out how often this tool is marked. Okay, so here we have a 5 and a 6. That's how often they're labeled, but these are marked even more than that, right? All these little smaller marks mean that it's separated smaller than just the 5 and the 6 and the 4 and whatever we see here, okay? So this 4, 5, and 6, that is 1 milliliter, right? So going from 4 to 5, that's 1 milliliter. Going from 5 to 6, that's 1 milliliter, and so on. So that means these smaller marks are separating it by a tenth of a milliliter each mark. So that means that this tool is marked every tenth of a milliliter because there's no smaller marks in between there, right? So it's a tenth of a milliliter. So that means when we are making our measurement is going to go one place value past the tenths place, since the tenths place is where this is marked. So we got to go one decimal place or one place value past that. So our answer needs to be in the hundredths place. Okay. Now, since this is where the meniscus is, okay, that's where we're measuring from, and that's definitely between the 5 and the 6. So our first number is going to be a 5. Okay. Our ones place is going to be a 5. Okay. Then the meniscus is right on that mark right there, right? So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our second place value is going to be 0.5. So far we have 5.5, which so far that is in the tenths place. And remember, this is marked to the tenths place. So we have to go one place value past that. So we have to go to the hundredths place. So this is actually going to be one place value after that 5.5. Now, since that line, the meniscus is right on that line, then we would that's going to be our estimated digit. So we are going to estimate that as 5.50. Okay. Now, if you said 5.51, that would be fine too, since that is, like we said, our estimated digit, and people estimate differently. But that's the place value it should be in, the hundredths place, because this is marked to the tenths place. Okay. Now, this one, a little bit different. Okay. We have a graduated cylinder again, but this is marked every 1 milliliter. Okay. So we have 0, 5, 10, 15. So each of those is, that's marked every 5. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 marks in between the 5 and the 10. So that means this big line is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these marks, each one of these marks represents 1 milliliter. So since this tool is marked every 1 milliliter, that's the place value it's marked to, the ones place, that means we have to have our estimated digit in the tenths place. One place value past however we are marked. Okay. So right here, here's the line for the 10. Here's the line for the 11. So our first digits are definitely going to be 11. Okay. It's not below the 10, so it's not going to be 9. It's not above the 11, so it's not going to be 12. It's definitely going to be 10 point something. Okay. Now, since the 10, that's our ones place, it's our tens place and the ones place, but the ones place, that's the important part. That's our certain digit. That's our certain digit, the tens place. And now we're going to make our estimated digit in the tenths place. Now, me personally, I would say that this meniscus is maybe a little bit below the halfway point between the 10 and the 11. So I'm going to say that's 10.4. Okay. If you said 10.5, that would be fine. If you said 10.3, that would be fine. Again, that is our estimated digit. Different people estimate things differently. But the important thing is that it's in the tenths place because this is marked every 1 milliliter. Okay? Okay.